Hey guys, Nova Bushida here and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about things that we have left to see for Sunbreak. So we've seen 2 trailers so far and 1 teaser trailer at the start back I think last year, and we still have more they need to show us for Sunbreak for it to be a really great, fantastic, one of the top tier expansion games in the Monster Hunter universe. And we're going to go through a list of 10 things that I want to see, that I think we actually need to see left to make it the top of tier lists. Let's get into this. So I'm going to start off with number 1. This one's kind of a given, but more monsters. Now some of these things are going to be in game and some of these are going to be in trailer. This one is more in game. Of course we're going to see more in trailer, but you know, more monsters in general. I think normally you should expect probably like 20 something monsters minimum, 30 monsters max. Things like literally like tripled the count. I think for you almost doubled, and GU didn't double but added a lot more, and then you know, World to Iceborne pretty much doubled the monster count. So if we can get a double the monster count, that'd be great. If not, if there's 20 to 25 or so, that's still good, but more monsters in general would be great. Small monsters, number 2, small monsters that have big monsters need to return. So things like Agnator, we got the small ones, hopefully that can return. We got Zamites, hopefully Zamchors can return. Tetsukabo, so the small one, hopefully he can return too. You know, some of those monsters that, yeah, just have those smaller monsters, like I think it'll be really cool for them to return. I think that'd be really good for the community and people really enjoy that. Next we got hypered and tempered monsters, so number 3 on the list. This one would be really cool because this would actually help with a lot of facets of the game. Endgame, difficulty, content, just elongating how much there is to do. And it'll be a lot of fun, you know, testing things against really difficult and hard situations. You know, this is definitely one thing that I would love to see come back, and I think it would be a big boon. This one can definitely be shown within trailers and in game, either way. I think it's more likely to be in game, but I think if this is in a trailer to let people know that something like this exists, that's going to be great. I'm not sure if they did that for tempered monsters, to be honest. I'm not sure they did that for hyper, but I still think, you know, putting this in the trailer, even if they didn't do it before, would still be good. Endgame. Now, Endgame is definitely a big one that needs to be done. I think it needs to be shown in some capacity. A fleshed out Endgame, hopefully better than it's ever been before. This one could definitely be shown in some capacity in a trailer, but mostly in game. This is more like the in-game thing that you'll see. But yeah, just having Endgame to really boost out the gameplay, like I was saying, for Hypered, like them 2 added together will just add so much content to the game, which would be fantastic. And these 2, you know, adding Endgame and adding Hypers, these just add, you know, more weapons, more armors, more decorations, more talismans, you know, a lot of the other parts of the game. It just makes it a bit more grindy, what people want to see, which is great. Events. So events is number 5 on the list. So, you know, we want to see events coming out. We need to have some idea of what events are going to be coming, how often they're going to be coming, and how bizarre they are. If they're going to be really cool, you know, we're going to get some weapon skins of anime or games and Nintendo collaborations and stuff like that. We didn't get any for the base game. Hopefully we get some for Sunbreak. So this kind of stuff also needs to be fleshed out as well. This one can be done either way. This can be done in trailers. You know, they could have a digital event and they could go through, you know, what stuff they want to, you know, bring out, what events they want to have and so on. They could definitely do that to, you know, give people a heads up. Or, you know, in game they can have some starter events and obviously some new events later on after the game releases. Monsters after release. So monsters after the game has come out, you know, this is something that's, you know, going to be trailered. Of course that's what they normally do, but after the game comes out, you know, we need to know that there's going to be more monsters. They already said there's going to be content after, as usual, but yeah, we need to know that what's going to come, how often it's going to come, and so on, how substantial, because people want to see some content after release to keep people, you know, playing for longer periods of time. Balance changes. Now this one is a big one for me personally. If I was going to put this on the list, this would be like number 2 after hyper monsters. But yeah, definitely we need to see some balances to some of the weapons and armor, skills and stuff like that. It would be great if they can show us what they've balanced and what they've changed and so on. I don't know when they will do this. Definitely they've already said they're doing this, but you know, I want to see some of the changes myself. So this mostly will be in game, but definitely in trailers they could show us an example of some skills that have changed and so on. More turf wars at number 8. Yeah, this is a good one because a lot of people want more turf wars. People love turf wars, and turf wars are definitely really cool to see. In base wise, sometimes there wasn't as many turf wars I think is in world. I'm not 100% sure if that's actually true. I haven't researched that, so I could be strawman in here. Well, I could just be straight up lying, to be honest. Not really lying, because I'm not really sure. I haven't researched it. You know what? I should probably research this. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, it seems to be that the Rise actually has more turf wars than a 4. It's actually around in the 50 range, or maybe 40, something around like that. Iceborne is hard for me to say. Well, World is hard for me to say because they combine Iceborne and World together. But I guess the only thing I can say is that, you know, some of the key ones in base Rise that people want to see is Magnum Mana have more, the flagship have more interactions with other monsters. Not in just all the same way. I think pretty much always turf wars are flying wyverns, and it's the same one. So that's a shame. You know, more expressive turf wars, because some of the turf wars are really good. Like, some of them are so good, but you know, some of them are just the same, just with a different monster. So yeah, more turf wars. And when sometimes two monsters should trigger turf war, but sometimes they just go attack each other. So, you know, I think prioritize turf wars rather than them just attacking each other. Number 9, we got higher difficulty. So this is the big one on my list as well, and for other people as well. You know, they need to show us that the game is going to be more difficult. Now, this one is also tied together with hyper monsters. Hyper monsters are the keystone of everything. Hyper is life. I'm telling you. I've been telling you for time. That's what we need. So yeah, if we can get hyper, they will just add to high difficulty. But in general, just high difficulty when it comes to monsters, how much they're hitting, the speed. You know, that will just add in content and how much people playing and how much they have to engage with the game. And it's always system. So that's a massive one for this list. And number 10 is actually a bonus one. I don't think they actually really need to do this. This is just something that's through in because, like, why not? But I wouldn't actually rank this in this list. One more map, you know, hopefully. I mean, I don't know if there's going to be another map, but I think it would be cool because this new map is a forest and an ice map, but we don't have a lava map for those type of monsters, so I'm not really sure what they're going to do with that. So those type of lava monsters, you know, they need some desert monsters. They need kind of something. So maybe, are they going to do like another map? This is like half desert, half lava. That would be cool. So we got 2 half maps with different monsters in both maps. I would really like that, to be honest. You know, seeing something like that would be fantastic. If that's going to happen, we have to wait and see. And yeah, that's it for the list of 10 things. Just one more thing I want to talk about before we end this, if you guys want to listen in. Is just some great stuff we've already seen that they've addressed that people wanted. You know, Wyvern Rider is now optional. Now you can climb without bugs. I don't think people actually knew that that's what they wanted, but they added it, so that's really great. Effects can be reduced, which is great. People definitely wanted that. And new cool monsters. We've got a lot of new cool monsters. We've got Malzeno, Gaomagom, Lunagoron. You know, got Astos back. We got Ceridrios now. Some really cool like keystone monsters are coming back as well. So those are some big things that they've shown us that seems to be really hyping people up. So we've got to see if how much of the rest they're going to tackle. I'm going to be slowly looking at this, and every time I get some information that's one of these things have been ticked off on the list, I'm going to do a post, I'm going to do a video saying, yep, this has been ticked off. But yeah, that's pretty much it for guys for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.